Epstein's apparent involvement in arms trafficking during the first Clinton administration, what his 17 visits to the Clinton White House were about, and why he had assisted on behalf of his main patron, Leslie Wexner.
Davis, as well as Andre Harrell of Uptown and Russell Simmons of Def Jam Rush Management, have been accused of propelling Combs into patterns of criminal behavior, for which he is now infamous. This is particularly significant in the case of Davis' ties to Dragola scandal, which involve using sex, drugs, and bribes to specifically target Black-oriented radio stations and music.
Before we get to the Diddy case, you need to know who Whitney Webb is. She is not a tabloid reporter. She is an investigative journalist known for connecting dots most people are too afraid to even look at. Her book One Nation Under Blackmail explores how global intelligence agencies CIA, Mossad have long used sex trafficking and compromise to trap and control the powerful. Think Jeffrey Epstein. Whitney wrote the blueprint years before the headlines hit. And now those same red flags are waving around Diddy's empire. Here's what's on the table. Producer Rodney, Lil Rod, Jones filed a $30 million lawsuit, accusing Diddy of sexual assault, drugging women, and forcing guests into freak-offs at secret parties where sex acts were filmed without consent. And those tapes, allegedly used as blackmail material. Diddy's homes were reportedly equipped with hidden cameras in bedrooms, bathrooms, and recording studios. Not just for security but for leverage.
In the case of Clive Davis, it was payola basically tied to a heroin ring, and his top assistant, his main aide, was known for sort of being a fixer at the label and supplying, these stations they were, allegedly bribing, and also just other people, artists, under the label and whatever, with drugs, with prostitutes, with all sorts of things.
What they did was they basically sacrificed Diddy and Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, but they're not the heads of the snake.
Federal agents raided Diddy's mansions in March 2024, seizing phones, hard drives, and surveillance gear. According to insiders, these devices may contain evidence linking high-profile guest celebrities, politicians to illegal acts. This isn't just a celebrity meltdown. It's a glimpse into how elite control really works. Whitney Webb has said it for years, these operations are accidents. They systems, designed to lure people in, record them, and then use that dirt to keep them compliant. Epstein did it with politicians. Diddy, allegedly, with artists and influencers. Webb believes this is how the most powerful networks maintain loyalty, not through respect, but through fear. If you control the scandal, you control the person. That's the real power. Since the raids, people are distancing themselves. Usher deleted old pics with Diddy. Naomi Campbell scrubbed mentions from her profile. Industry sources say more celebrities are lawyering up behind the scenes. Some of the names allegedly caught on tape at Diddy's events. Too big to believe, and that's exactly the point. Just like Epstein, these tapes are just about sex. They are about control, silence, and leverage. Webb warned that when these operations unravel, you don't just get a few lawsuits, you get an earthquake. And right now,
doing that, kind of realized there were more intersections to be had, including the current president, among other figures. They were the mastermind of all of this stuff, and these people never exist in a vacuum. They tend to have significant moneyed benefactors that somehow evade persecution or even investigation. Organized crime, despite the public perception that's been developed, did not magically disappear in the 60s and the 70s and 80s. Arguably, it went in the organized crime figures rebranded as philanthropists and as multinational corporations.
Diddy's in full-blown damage control. He's denied all allegations. His legal team says it's extortion, smear campaigns. But behind the scenes, private jets, legal lockdowns, rumors of fleeing to countries with no U.S. extradition. The media's starting to ask the real question, not just what did he do, but who protected him for this long. Webb says the pattern is always the same. The scandals break, but the networks try to contain the damage. Scapegoats, PR moves, and if they can't cover it up, they flip the narrative. That's why independent journalism and public pressure matters. Because when people stop asking questions, the networks survive. Her final warning. If Diddy goes down, others will too. But only if we shine a light on the rest of the system. This story is far from over. And as more names drop, as more victims speak up, we'll be here to break it down. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to know the truth. Drop your thoughts below. Is Diddy a lone actor, or just another pawn in a much darker game? This is more than a scandal. It's a test of how far truth can go in a world built on silence.